the Republican Party is falling apart so fast that even Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to jump off the sinking ship before it collapses on top of her. And the wildest part is that she didn't even bother to tell the two guys steering the ship that she was bailing. That's right, one of the loudest, most combustible voices in the entire Republican Party just rage quit her job. And they found out the same way the rest of us did, from a tweet.
I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. There is no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played. I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest as I always have, and I look forward to a new path ahead. I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026. And I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future. May God bless you all, and may God bless America.
This is the political equivalent of your coworker standing in the middle of a meeting and saying, "I'm done with all of you," and walking out while the boss is still presenting the PowerPoint. But her resignation date is not random. January 5th, 2026 is not some mystical day on the Marjorie Taylor Greene zodiac calendar. That date just happens to land her right on the 5-year threshold for a congressional pension. So she's not just quitting Congress, she's quitting Congress strategically. She basically said, "I'm done fighting for this country, but I will keep fighting for those retirement checks." Republicans love talking about fiscal responsibility, but somehow they never mention the part where they set their resignation dates like they're optimizing a 401k. And look, I personally believe that she's setting herself up for a higher office because nothing about that speech sounded like someone walking away from politics. It sounded like someone rehearsing a new character arc, a reboot. She cracked open the door and stuck her foot in it like she was holding the elevator for future ambitions. Maybe even planting the seed for something bigger back home in Georgia? Governor? But the real shock of this announcement is how she did it. According to reporting, she did not give Mike Johnson or Donald Trump a heads up. No warning, no call, no text. Republicans hold the House majority 219 to 213, and once Greene's seat officially becomes vacant on January 5th, 2026, Mike Johnson loses another vote during a time when his majority is weaker than his "I don't know" excuses.
I don't know. I've never seen the Epstein evidence. It wasn't in my lane.
I don't know anything about the mean coin thing. I don't know.
I don't know anything about the dinner. I was a little busy this past week, as you know.
I'm not following all the twists and turns of the Qatar jet. I haven't looked into the details of the RSC budget. There's lots of nuances. That's the first I've heard of that. I don't know anything about it. I have not heard or looked into any of the details of that. I've been a little busy. I haven't seen the specifics of that, and I don't know. I don't know the details. I just saw a headline this morning. I don't know what you're talking about with the children. Look, I'm not going to make any detailed statement on this because I don't know the details. I've been very busy the last 48 hours or so.
That performance in front of the generals? That
I didn't see it.
is so dangerous.
I haven't seen it. I can't comment on it. I've been a little busy today. That's not my lane. I don't know.
I don't know anything about it yet. I've been really busy, as you probably noticed.
I don't know what Eric was saying because I only heard just a snippet there. I don't know the context.
You just saw it, sir.
Georgia law requires a special election at least 30 days after a seat opens, which means the district will be empty for weeks. So Johnson will be running the House with an even slimmer margin, and that is after the multiple resignations, expulsions, legal scandals, indictments, and whatever else goes on with them. I mean, the GOP is so desperate they might even try to get George Santos to run again now that Trump commuted his sentence. And Greene didn't resign because she's tired or that she wants to spend more time with family. She left because Donald Trump turned on her. Hard.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her. Does Marjorie Taylor Greene have a point?
Does she have a point?
I know nothing about her. I don't know what happened to Marjorie. She's a nice woman, but I don't know what happened. She's lost her way, I think.
This is the same man that she defended through 2 impeachments, every scandal, an insurrection, multiple indictments, and when he was caught hoarding classified documents in a shitty bathroom at Mar-a-Lago. She even defended him when he was indicted in New York City. Well, up to the point that she was booed out of the city by New Yorkers. And according to ABC, Trump says her resignation is great news for the country. It's great. Ooh, that stings. You could hear the bus rolling over her in real time. And when asked if she told him ahead of time, Trump said, "Nah, it doesn't matter," which is Trump code for, "I already blocked her number." And then in the morning, Trump rage posted on Truth Social to let everyone know how he felt.
Marjorie Taylor Brown, because of plummeting poll numbers and not wanting to face a primary challenger with a strong Trump endorsement where she would have no chance of winning, has decided to call it quits.
Marjorie Taylor Brown is such a weak nickname, but also Following his logic, he'll probably call for her to be killed like he recently did with the Democratic lawmakers. Trump continued to rant about Marge by saying,
For some reason, primarily that I refused to return her never-ending barrage of phone calls, Marjorie went bad. Nevertheless, I will always appreciate Marjorie and thank her for her service to our country, President DJT.
Signed, DJT. You know, in case you didn't know who was posted on Trump's profile from Trump's social network.
Are you willing to forgive Congresswoman Taylor Greene?
Forgive for what? No, I just disagreed with her philosophy. She started backing perhaps the worst Republican congressman in our history, this stupid person named Massey. And I said, go your own way. And once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived a primary.
So the thing that actually broke up these two lovebirds wasn't immigration, spending, or policy. It was the Epstein files.
I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for. And I gave him my loyalty for free. I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in a primary. And I've never owed him anything, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off the discharge petition. Let me tell you what a traitor is. A traitor is an American that serves foreign countries and themselves. A patriot is an American that serves the United States of America and Americans like the women standing behind me.
Greene demanded that Trump release the Epstein files. She even posted a screenshot she sent him that apparently sent him over the edge. She signed a discharge petition with Democrats to force a vote on the bill. She was one of only a few Republicans willing to go on record. The moment she said the words Epstein files, Trump treated her like a contestant who violated the rules on The Apprentice.
You're fired.
Trump has called the Epstein story a Democratic hoax so many times he could add it to his merch line. But Greene pushed for transparency, and in the MAGA universe, wanting transparency is considered high treason.
Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for.
And the reactions to her announcement were wild. Her ally, Representative Thomas Massie, said, "He is very sad for our country, but so happy for my friend Marjorie." He said her statement offered more honesty than most politicians given a lifetime. Meanwhile, Laura Loomer celebrated, bragging that she finally Loomered Greene, which sounds more like a TikTok challenge than a threat. And Candace Owens took the opportunity to attack Trump, which is always a sign the timeline is collapsing. But here's the most important part. Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't give a resignation speech. She gave a rebrand speech, especially when you look at her recent statements on various shows.
Prices have not come down at all.
The job market is weakening.
Job market is still extremely difficult.
Right.
Wages have not gone up. Health insurance premiums are going to go up. Car insurance goes up every year. People's homeowners insurance goes up. Rent is going up. Young people have no hope of buying a home.
I am committed, and I've been working on this a lot lately, to put down the knives in politics. I really just want to see people be kind to one another, and we need to figure out a new path forward that is focused on the American people, because as Americans, no matter what side of the aisle we're on, we have far more in common than we have differences. Yeah. And we need to be able to respect each other with our disagreements.
I have full faith and confidence in our great men and women in our military. Mm-hmm. And I believe that they have intel that we don't have, and they know what they're doing. However, I don't believe in regime change. Mm-hmm. I don't believe that we should be engaging in war, period. I'm totally against wars. Mm-hmm. I believe in fully protecting our borders and our people, but I don't think that we need to go out and attack other countries. Mm-hmm. I will say, though, fentanyl deaths increased in the past 5 years by 250% in my district alone. Oh, wow. And drug overdose is devastating in a lot of, rural small towns that have lost a lot of economic opportunities. And so I am all for our Border Patrol and our military protecting our country and our people from drugs being smuggled into the country.
Well, let's be real. Do not be fooled. She is still the same person. She's trying to position herself as the real America First leader, the one who's not owned by the establishment, the one who's not afraid to take on Epstein's allies, the one who believes that Republicans lost their way and abandoned the base, the one who says that corporate Republicans hijacked the movement. That's not someone walking away. That's someone setting the stage.
And I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future. May God bless you all, and may God bless America.
She never said that she's running for governor or senate or president or sheriff of the moon, but speeches like that do not end with someone fading away. They end with paperwork, podcasts, PACs, media tours, revenge campaigns. The Marjorie Taylor Greene extended universe is just beginning. Her speech hit every point that politicians hit when they're reinventing themselves. The populist angle, the anti-establishment angle, the Republicans failed you angle, the I'm the only one brave enough to tell the truth angle, the women's rights angle, the America First belongs to me now angle. And now, this puts the GOP in an even worse position going into 2026. The House is a mess, the caucus is divided, Trump is attacking his former allies, Greene is distancing herself from Trump, and Mike Johnson is holding a majority together with faith, chewing gum, and whatever bargain prayer candles he keeps in his desk. But this story is not about Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning. This story is about the MAGA movement collapsing under its own weight. The conspiracy, the lies, the purity test, the infighting, the ego battles, the demands for total loyalty. It all comes home eventually. And today, it came for Marjorie Taylor Greene. And tomorrow, it'll come for someone else, because nothing in this party is stable. Not the leadership, not the agenda, not the candidates, not even their relationship with their own base. If you thought the last few years were chaotic, buckle up, because this is what happens when a political movement is built on revenge instead of results. This is what happens when there are no rules beyond pleasing one man. And this is what happens when loyalty becomes a one-way street that leads straight into a brick wall. Trump said it best, not intentionally, but he said it, and honestly, he might be right. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning is great news for the country, because if the Republican Party keeps falling apart at this rate, it might really be great news for the country. Thanks for watching What Was That? If you want more episodes, articles, and breakdowns, go to whatwasthat.show. Join the community and become a paid subscriber today. It's just me behind the scenes, so every bit of support really makes a difference. And if you'd rather listen on the go, you can find What Was That on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows. Until next time, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?